Hey, I'm Geo Law. I'm an illustrator based in London, and I'm here to show you how I use Adobe Aero. Once I open up the Adobe Aero app on my device, I need to scan the surface. This will create a surface anchor by moving the camera around slowly, and it will detect surfaces and vertical spaces. What this means is we'll be adding in our visuals to this anchor point, and it will create the AR experience once we've finished. Instead of using this surface, I want to use a drawing I've already done in my sketchbook. I've already taken a photograph of this spread, so I'll just create the image anchor rather than a surface anchor, which means every time we activate the AR, it'll be this image that acts as the trigger itself. Once our surface anchor is set up, I'll add in some of my own pre-made assets. You can add in your own flat images or 3D models into Adobe Aero, or you can even try out some of their free starter assets. I have this layered PSD or Photoshop file ready to add in. Depending on how you organise the layers in the Photoshop file, you can manipulate the positioning here via the Y, X or Z axis. Depending on how you order your layers, you'll get different results, but it's worth playing around with. Once I've tapped the file into place, I can move it around and I can raise it, push it back. I can even rotate it just by using touch gestures on the screen, like so. I want to add in a behaviour to this layer so it will activate a looping sound as soon as the AR starts. I'll add in a sound that I have pre-saved into my folder and make sure the audio is on loop. I'll add in another asset of mine and I'll go to the dog with the trumpet that I've saved in this folder. Once I've tapped him into the scene, I need to make adjustments to his size and his position. What I'll do is I'll place him just above the typography in my layout here, and then what I want to do is add in two behaviours for this layer, or two actions. I want him to play a sound and I like him to bounce when you tap him, so I'll activate the behaviours panel and I'll add in a bounce. You can preview the behaviour by pressing the play button on the right of the panel. I see the bounce is a little too high once I press it, and it's a little bit too long, so I can adjust this just by using the sliders and playing around with the settings. The Aero app is quite intuitive and it's easy to use, so it allows for quite a lot of experimentation. I'll adjust the height of the bounce and maybe shorten the duration of the action and see what happens just by playing around with the sliders. Always make sure when you're playing around with the sliders that you preview it just by pressing the play button. From here on in, I'll add in some more of my own assets and build up the layers and actions and behaviours to create the final composition that spawns from my sketchbook. I'd say be as playful and creative as you like with your ideas, as there's no limit on what you can make, and importantly, just have fun playing around with the app. Once you're happy with your piece, you can preview it, try it out, and you can even upload it for other people to use as well.